Wait, how do I chat settings? Oh, okay, that was probably... Oh well. Okay, so we're just gonna pick up where we left off. This is part 4, I think, of my playthrough of Shadowrun Returns. I am an eagle totem shaman named Bloodfeather, and I am... Let's see. Okay, so I must have just killed the Emerald City Ripper, and going back to the Seamstresses Union to kind of regroup and to figure out what to do with this information, I guess. See what Johnny's got to say. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Bloodfeather. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. Is it, though? Johnny Clean told us where you were going, Omai. We have been waiting for you to return. Yeah, sure. I thought you knew better than that, Johnny. Johnny frowns and nods. You're right. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should know better. It's just that we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here, and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next, or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I'm sorry, but it is true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, Omae, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? The person responsible? No. The killer? Yes. I don't understand. Are you saying the killer wasn't responsible for his own actions? This sounds more complicated than I suspected. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looked like he was putting her back together. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So, Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? Looks like it. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I'm told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. Sounds like she'll be buried with all her missing body parts. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on, I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's got to be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Bloodfeather. And I need to pay my respects to Sam. Of course. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there's one thing you did not tell us, Bloodfeather. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? Well, he isn't in heaven, I'm sure of that. She nods in satisfaction. Hi, that is good. Okay. Is there anything else to talk to Mrs. Kubota about? Oh, okay. Get some pay data. Oh my, this is unspeakable. Murder was not enough for this person? Selling patients as Bunaraku slaves? Thank you for bringing this to me. I know you're still hot on the trail of your friend Sam's killer. I will contact some runners to liberate these poor souls from the buyers in this list. Oh, I think... Yeah, if I'd taken it to Van Graz, it would have been pay data. I would have gotten some new yen for it, but you have done much good here today. The Hand of the Ripper was more of a monster than anyone could have known. What, no reward? No. Yeah, should have figured. Where am I at, though? Oh, God, 6,018 karma. I've got pretty high charisma already, and I've got something boosting it? Do I have a fetish boosting it, or, let me go back. Yeah, I must have a fetish. No. So what's boosting my... Huh. Interesting. Okay, so... Ooh, I've already got decent willpower and spellcasting too. So I... I failed on my objective to just do a pure shaman run, which one of these days I'll do. Okay, what do I want to put my karma into? I guess body. And then... dodge. Get my dodge up. It might be worth putting another 8 points into getting quickness and dodge up, even though I'm not using any ranged combat. It still helps. Determines how far a grenade. Okay, personally, I don't tend to use a lot of grenades. Intelligence. Willpower. Kind of want to put it into charisma, or conjuring, even though I don't like conjuring spells particularly. Okay, let me see what's available from Algernon before I decide, or not just Algernon, but what other kinds of things I might want to buy before I decide where to put my karma. Okay, I'll always like to check up on cyberware because there are some good, let's see, cyberware, because I don't know if it's available in this game, but there is a zero essence cost charisma booster, which is great for a shaman. Nah, looks like nothing I need. Wonder if it'll open up later. Okay, she's offering platinum trauma kits. Ooh, but only advanced med kits. That's interesting. Okay, hold off for now. See what Eric has as far as outfits go. An annoying bug in these games is that if you click on the square someone's standing in to go to talk to them, the vast majority of the time, you're just going to end up standing next to them without actually engaging in conversation. Okay, only 6 armor. I've got 4 armor. Oh, that's what it is. I've mostly been playing Hong Kong lately, so I forgot that was a thing that outfits can do in the earlier games. I think that's probably still the best bet, honestly. Just keep the First Nation armor until something with higher armor that can give charisma and spirit control. Algernon stands stock still, his eyes closed and his face composed in a mask of stern concentration. But then a small snore escapes his nose, instantly shattering the elf's carefully manicured physique. A clearing of your throat is enough to rouse the talismonger from his meditation. Ah, Bloodfeather. I was watching your approach from the astral realm. So good of you to visit again, you fucking liar. What might I do for you on this fine day? Let's have a look at what's for sale. Okay, I already have Powerball 1 Powerbolt 1 and 2. That's no good. Okay, I have a Lightning Bolt 1 and equipped. Oops. Oh yeah, definitely don't need that. I don't understand why I have that, but it's not equipped. Not like I really need to sell those things, but you know. Okay. Lightning bolt 2. Oh, that is cheap. I've already got aim. Let's see. Okay, let me look at the contract. Haste 2, 3 rounds, cooldown 3. What's haste 1? 2 rounds, cooldown 3. Okay, so haste 2 is better. Slow 2. Slow, I don't find that useful. I should probably pick up some fetishes, but let's see. Okay, so, oh, cooldown 4. I think I'm gonna stop at haste 2 then. Other shaman shit. Oh, while I'm at it, let me sell haste 1. I kind of want to sell slow 1 too. You know what? Why not? Okay, sell those by haste 2. And then... Okay, let's call it good for now. Oh, good. Sweet. So now if I wanted to... Already got Powerbolt 2, and they're not offering Powerbolt 3. Aim, weaken armor. Man, some of the spells that are available in later games in the series are like there's a spell focus life siphon where you can actually steal HP from an enemy, and there's a strip armor spell that not only strips 3 armor from an enemy, but gives you an additional AP for your next turn. And on my last mage run through, I made heavy use of that. I think I already have flamethrower 2. Yeah, I do. Oh shit! I just equipped lightning bolt 2, didn't I? Or lightning bolt 1. That's what I meant. So sell 1 and buy 2, unless 3 is available. It is not. Okay. Oops. I should, you know, that's one thing that I haven't dedicated enough of my attention to in previous run-throughs is buffing enemies. So like, oh shit, there's aim 2 and I've got aim 1, so keep shuffling my inventory around. Is heal wound 2 available? It is not. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for now. Force 1, Force 4. Okay, I've got force 1s. So let me toss those. And if I'm gonna do this shit, I need to do it right. So let's get a force 4 earth and fire. Of course, the problem is now that I'm spending this much more money on them, I'm gonna be that much more hesitant to use them. Cause shit's expensive. Okay, so I'm equipped with everything. Spent more money than I would have liked. I'm not using any guns. Okay, so let's buy a couple more of those and a couple more advanced med kits. And I'm still going to have like an amount of money that I would typically get for completing a run in the other games. Alright, so oops. Let's check in with Mr. Cluve. Welcome back, Bloodfeather. Hey, Mr. Cluve, got any good intel for me? I get the feeling you're the one carrying the intel these days. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? Sam's killer has met his end. Sam would be grateful, I'm sure. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a woman who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, I take it? Not quite, a few loose ends. Well, the River may have been killing on someone else's orders. The big guy sighs. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Baron says a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the megacorps to make land grabs and push poor Sinless further to the fringes where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Good thing the Union's got you, then. Good thing we've got each other. Take care, Bloodfeather. Was that always there? That band set up? I guess I just haven't paid much attention to that part of it. And I guess you just can't go into the Wyvern's Tooth. Oh wait, no, that's an advertisement for a specific beer. I thought that said club at first. Okay, nothing else to do in here except go to the funeral and kill some fools. And I believe this battle is the series' first introduction to ghouls. Okay, the sun is nearly set when you reach Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament. Its cemetery, dilapidated and overgrown, sits atop a small hill on the outskirts of the city, a somber enclave of the dead, overlooking the sprawl of the living. The Seattle rain continues unabated, and lightning appears over the mountains, exposing the landscape in staccato pulses of stark flashes. You walk the gravel path to the gates of the cemetery. Up ahead you see Coyote and Jake standing by the gravesite, alongside Jessica Watts and another mourner, a beautiful elven woman in a six-figure outfit. Whatever Dr. Holmes was up to at Mercy Mental Hospital, the answers lie here, with the reinterred body of Melinda Watts, the recently deceased body of Sam Watts, and with those attending them at the ceremony. And since it's just me, I've already done all my configuring. Oh yeah, I didn't end up spending my karma. I'm probably gonna do more or less the same. put however many points that was. That was 13 points into quickness and ranged combat, and... Okay, do I... Oh, I can't improve my spirit summoning. I can't improve my control, though. Could beef up my spell casting. I think body's the best bet for now. Go talk to Jessica. The mourners stand graveside, listening to the Catholic priest's words of prayer and solace. Jessica's face is filled with relief as the last of her family is laid to rest. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Lord, receive the souls of Sam and Melinda Watts, mother and son, to live forever by your side. Amen. Thank you, Father. I know that my mother rests easier now that she's finally in the parish cemetery. I'm sorry for the recent loss of your brother, but I'm glad that reinterring your mother's body here has brought you comfort. She loved this parish so. She opens her hands to the elf standing across from her. Thank you for coming, Lynn. Your support has meant the world to me. Now I can live again with my new family. The woman is a classic elven beauty, confident, poised, expensively dressed. Of course, I'm glad this ancient ritual brings you some measure of solace. I hope you'll be able to put all of this behind you now. Jessica speaks to the rest of you. Thank you all for coming. I didn't realize Sam had so many friends. I appreciate your support and your friendship with Sam. That's right, just looking at Jake, I have to do Josh from Let's Game It Out's Duke Nukem impression to the best of my ability. I saw him out the night he died. Only fitting I see him out today. Sam may have had his problems, but he was our friend, part of the Union family. Okay, I guess I can move my camera down there. I mean, there isn't any single great place for it, honestly. Vaya con Dios, bud. Miss Watts, family members, and friends, thank you for attending the service. I suggest we don't linger long. The cemetery isn't safe after dark. Thank you, Father. We'll just be a moment. Actually, if you could stay, I have a few things I'd like to discuss. She eyes you suspiciously and glances over at her elven companion. I suppose, but let's not keep Father O'Malley. I understand. Good night, and God bless. The priest clasps his Bible to his chest and then moves at a brisk pace toward the neighboring church. Oh, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Father O'Malley leaves, granting you an opportunity to speak with Jessica, but it's hardly a private conversation as the elf, Lynn, has chosen to stay and support her friend. As it so happens, Jake and Coyote have also lingered, letting you support too. Alright, what would you like to talk about, Bloodfeather? Let's start with your mother. Did she know she was an organ donor? Jessica's demeanor turns oddly cool and stony in response to such a simple question. I'm afraid you're mistaken. Then can you explain how her body parts made their way into half a dozen recipients? You don't know what you're talking about. I know Sam helped your mother save lives. Through that donation... Her jaw clenches. She wasn't a donor. She was a victim of my brother's greed. He took from her, desecrating her body, all to benefit himself. She never would have agreed to such a thing. Do you think she would have approved of Holmes killing people to retrieve her organs? You watch her eyes harden at the mention of Dr. Holmes. I have no idea what you mean. The Emerald City Ripper, Henry Holmes, the man who killed Sam. Never heard of him. Despite her words, her eyes say something altogether different. Did you know Sam was on the list when you set Holmes loose? Did you know about the liver? It doesn't surprise me that Sam would have taken something for himself. That liver saved your brother's life. Your mother saved his life. Emotions race across the woman's face until it settles on a snarl of hatred. No, you've got it all turned around. He used her. He sold her for parts. And so he had to die? Yes, they all did. She snaps. Those people were scavengers, ghouls. They deserve to die for desecrating my mother's body. And poor Sam, it was his drinking and debauchery that drove my mother to the grave, as sure as if he had murdered her himself. My mother deserved honor and dignity. I gave her that today. She's finally whole again with a proper Catholic burial. Those ghouls who stole her organs, including Sam, have paid the price for their sins. The beautiful elf breaks in, the essence of calm. Jessica, that's enough. We have business to attend to. My old family is dead and buried where they should be. They can't taint my new family now. They can't corrupt my children. I won't go through that again. Jessica, we need to go. Now. She presses a button on her comlink. She seethes at you. What happens now is on your head. If you had just walked away when I told you to, McCluskey would have eventually found Holmes, collected his lieutenant's badge, and closed the case. But you had to keep digging. Now you and your friends have to die. Let their blood be on your hands. Okay. That's what you think. Okay, I'm in a cemetery. There must be a spirit I can conjure just right off the bat. Surprisingly... Oh, yes, there it is. So, a pestilence. Get him up closer so that I can get up. I know people come out of there, so I don't... Yeah, let's do that. And then, spell-wise... Yeah, I've only got 1 AP left. Might as well just try to damage them. Of course. Coyote... just a fist and a shotgun. Okay. So get up a little closer. There we go. Finally some cover. A decent percentage to hit. Oh shit. I'm trying not to leave myself too vulnerable to grenades, but... Oh. Where did you come from? Okay, and then... I think he's got an SMG. So, I will... this, and... So, oh, would aim stack with a... with an eagle totem? I don't know, I'm just gonna use it on the coyote for now. And let's go 4... Oh shit, I didn't realize the chance to hit was so low with that. Good, he's stunned. And should be able to kill him. Very nice. So, let's reload. Oops. The confirm button, I think, is on the other side in later games, so it's just easy to get confused. Oh wow, I can't believe I can hit him from here. I mean, it is theoretically possible to hit. I can fire at him. That doesn't mean I can hit him. Boy, chummer. Good to see you in here again. Okay, we need to find out where Sam's sister might have gone. Maybe one of these guys can tell us, with a little encouragement. Ah, shit. Oh, thank you for missing. I think since the last time you were in this stream, I've done like at least 2 entire playthroughs of Hong Kong, plus the Caldecott Caper and Calfrean Chains, which if you haven't played them or don't know about them, those are mods that you can get. I think they're just from the Steam store, or Steam Workshop or something like that. Okay, I've still got the Eagle Totem on, so I should... Oh shit, I can summon another... Okay. Those are both mods for Hong Kong. They are... the Caldecott Caper is Part 1, and Calfrean Chains is Part 2. So they both take place in Calfree. The first one mostly hangs around Reading, and Calfrean Chains, you're mainly in Auckland, and you're working with the People's University. Again, I'm not super familiar with the with all the deep lore, so I don't know how it ties into existing narratives. She's already aimed. Okay, let me see if it stacks. So, nope, does not stack, but maybe gave him some more rounds. And dive. Shit, I probably should have used at least one of my AP to move her out of danger. Jake is really a champion. You hear a scratching sound coming from a crypt. Oh god. Wow, they can just go anywhere, can't they? Well, fortunately I know what's next, so all I really need to do is move out the way. And then, oh shit, is there no cover? Like, okay, maybe I should have got her out of the way before I did the summoning. And... Really? Okay, let me get Jake out of the way. I can't believe there's cover behind that headstone, but not behind this. But whatever. And now... Can he Yes, he can reload for free. That's good. So, go back to Coyote and... Damn it. Well, okay, I can kill that one. And then, Jesus. Looks like we woke up the neighbors. We've got ghouls incoming. Hey, Bloodfeather, maybe we can use this to our advantage. Yeah, at the risk of, like, just repeating all the stuff I said last time you were in the chat, I've never really been able to get into like tabletop gaming, but I would be interested to sit in on a like a playthrough of Shadowrun. If you stream your playthroughs, then I'd be totally down to check that out. Okay, let's get Coyote to relative safety. There isn't anyone back there anymore, so that's handy. Or I guess if you stream your sessions, you wouldn't call them playthroughs, probably. Ooh, okay. Ah! Ah! There we go. And then hopefully the ghouls... Oh, no. Okay, I can't... I can't just rely on the ghouls to take out the enemy. Oh! Oh shit, I didn't realize I'd already lost Pestilence. That is bad. Okay, let me Eagle Totem first. Maybe I should have put more points into spellcasting. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. And then... maybe I should focus on Pestilence. Damage, but no AP damage. Son of a bitch. Okay, what time do you normally stream? It might be a poor choice to focus all of my attention on the living. I should definitely... okay, I don't have like a more lethal shot, unfortunately. Oh, come on. Yeah, actually I probably should have left more of the living alive so that they could deal with the ghouls. Oh yeah, Flamethrower only has a one-round cooldown, so that is very nice. I've already got Eagle Totem. Does anyone need a heal? 12, 6, 10. Yeah, Coyote's in the worst shape, so healed her. My last... I don't remember when you joined the stream, so I don't remember how much of this I've already said, but one thing I have been trying to do in my more recent playthroughs is... okay, let me aim at them. Is focus more on taking kind of a support role, so focus more of my time on buffing and debuffing. So, like, Spell Focus, Life Siphon, and Strip Armor in Hong Kong are fantastic spells because they can, like, you can, with 1 AP, you can strip 3 armor from an enemy and gain yourself an additional AP for the next round. That's phenomenal. And having Life Siphon, which steals HP from enemies, also means that I keep my my heal spell free for other players, so I don't have to always use it on myself. You know what? Maybe I'll just move a little bit. And now Coyote's getting some of my eagle. Speaking of Coyote, move so you're not shooting past or through me. Okay. Starting to... oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I also... yeah. And I also... since my last playthrough was with a mage, I got an elf up to 11 willpower and spell casting by maxing out the skills with karma and then also carrying 2 fetishes around that gave me extra points in those skills. So that was... the point in saying all this is that I also paid more attention to dragon lines, to being in high... just positioning myself so that I had maximum power. Because I don't know... Maybe it was just one of the mods for... or one of the changes for the mods I was playing. Or maybe I just didn't know how to take advantage of it fully in the last playthrough. But at one point, it seemed like if I attacked someone, if I dealt damage to an enemy while I was standing on a dragon line, I would regain HP. But I don't know if that's like a rule or just a thing that was happening. Unfortunately, Chain Lightning isn't available for me to buy yet. But... Oh god, Eagle. Yeah, I don't... They just didn't have the interface figured out for this game yet. Damn. Yeah. Stick with that one. And then Jake hopefully can play cleanup. Not like that, he can't. Oh. Thank God the ghoul sucks. Clearly, I have been putting my points into the wrong things. Yeah, it definitely boosts my accuracy, and it might boost damage, but I think it might have just been in... I can't remember if I was a mage in Calfrean Chains or the Caldecott Caper, but when I was standing on a dragon line... And maybe it was only with Life Siphon. I don't remember all the details, but something different was happening. You listen as the sounds of gunfire and spell bursts fade away and the silence of the dead returns to the cemetery. The man is beyond healing. As you look down at him, you notice the quality of his suit and shoes. This isn't a runner, and he's not from the street. Jessica Watts. She hired you. Where can I find her? You get nothing. He convulses and dies. We don't know each other too well, but it seems to me that you need to find a better group of people to associate with. Where did those guys come from? You didn't recognize who the elf was? She looks familiar. Have I seen her somewhere? Yep, she's a major spokesperson for the Universal Brotherhood. Her name is Lynn Telestrian. She's super rich. Jake grabs the dead man by the throat. At first it looks like he's trying to kill him again, and then you notice he's feeling for something under the skin. Yep, he's got a corp ID chip. You watch as Jake pulls out his modified PDA and slots the chip. Mr. Wiley here was with Eagle Security. They work for the UB. That must have been Lynn Telestrian's security detail we just chewed through. If she's protecting Jessica, they'll be inside the Universal Brotherhood. If you're going to hit the Universal Brotherhood, I'm coming too. That psycho just admitted she had my friend Sam and a lot of innocent people killed so she could put her dead mother back together. That is totally slagged up. Plus, she and her elf buddy Lynn just tried to geek me. They're gonna hurt for that. Suit yourself, lady. I was only stopping by to pay my respects to Sam. Merc hit squads, the Universal Brotherhood. Not my scene at the moment. I can call up some of Delilah's runners if you want to go there now. Let me know what you decide. Okay, 8 karma. Let me see if there's any grave robbing I can do. Or just anything else I might find. Clues. Nope. Okay, there we go. What do we have here? Okay, send to stash. My strength is... I haven't put any points into strength yet, so there's no chance of me hitting anything with a grenade. Every time I do a playthrough, I think I'm going to start using more drugs, but I never do. Like, Jazz seems like it would be pretty useful. I never get around to using it. Cram, I've maybe used once. And then Hyper X. There are a couple other things that seem like they'd be super helpful, but I never... Corpse Grenade. Yes. Yeah, like, some of the drugs seem like they'd be super useful, but I just never, like, prioritize using them when I'm in combat. It's always, you know, I always think there's a more appropriate use of my AP. Nope. Oh, hell yes. Okay. Let's see. Those are, I'm pretty sure those are Force 4 because I just, yeah, that's a mechanic that these games don't incorporate. The modding community for the Harebrained Schemes games, I wish it were more, like, diverse and productive, but, like, I understand it's just a lot of work. Like, the Caldecott Caper and Califrian Chains are probably the best mods available, and they invented a whole bunch of new mechanics, like you can gain or lose influence with your team members. You can they introduced romance options, which is fine, I guess. And that is a lot of extra work put into someone else's game that you are releasing for free. So yeah, I understand why there isn't more of a community for that. But yeah, like having there are certain characters that will. One of the mercs, I can't remember if it's Eon or Lucky Strike, but they will run against one of the Megacorps for free. And I still don't take them up on it because I just like using my team for the most part. This is the only game where I hire other runners, and it's just because you don't at any point have a regular team. Yeah, it's not required. And you can, like, there are certain dialogue options that are marked as flirt. You can, like, it maybe changes some of the outcomes. I've only done a few run-throughs of those two mods, but I don't think it affects the plot. It might affect some of the, like, minor outcomes, but I don't think any part of the game changes if you do or don't do the romance options. Anyway, so that's an awesome thing to have. After I just spent 1,600 new yen on these two fetishes that I didn't end up using. Okay, I think I've done enough grave robbing for now. Or at least, I've done all the grave robbing they'll let me do. So let's talk to Jake, see who to recruit. Oh, yeah, I'll just head to the Union. Is that Battleground? Oh, Baldur's Gate, probably. Yeah, my wife is playing through Baldur's Gate 4 with her boyfriend, and I can imagine, like, from what I know about Baldur's Gate 4, because some of the other people I watch talk about it a lot, and I do get the impression that the romance is a much more central component of it, and like how you interact with people changes how they play in the game. You put the pieces together. Jessica Watts was reassembling her mother, Melinda, gathering her missing organs to allow Melinda a decent burial. Organs Sam sold for a quick buck after her death, if we believe Jessica, which I'm not certain I do. The ghoul attack after the ceremony didn't appear to be part of Lynn Telestrian's attempt to get you out of Jessica's way. They were just more victims of magic's helter-skelter return to the world. Lynn's well-armed security unit was a different animal entirely. You head back to the Union to resupply and rearm. Whatever Lynn and Jessica are involved with, it appears to be a large operation, and the trail leads to the Universal Brotherhood. You wouldn't believe Jessica? Shit, I don't think I didn't get any money on that run. So hopefully there's nothing I need. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she is. And knowing how this game goes, knowing how the plot ends up, I would be hesitant to, like, obviously we can't take Sam's account events completely at face value because he is addicted to everything, but Jessica is not fully to be trusted either. Okay, still no Powerbolt 3. 2 Lightning Bolt 2. Is there a Flamethrower 3 yet? No. Any new Shaman stuff? No. I'm not doing chi casting. Okay, yeah, looks like there's just nothing new. Any new outfits? No. Willpower and HP? No, I'm just gonna stick with this. That's charisma and spirit control. Speaking of, how am I doing right now? Even though I know it's contrary to how I've been trying to run, what I most want to put points into is willpower and spellcasting, because her accuracy, like her chance to hit, is just not great. No, it's not a game. It's an animation. So it is based on Shadowrun, and at first my plan was to kind of update the fiction of the universe to more like, because the game was originally released in 1989, and so much about Shadowrun is based around like how the world existed in the late 80s, how we thought about it. So that's why like Japanese megacorps and the Yakuza play such a huge role. And then Japan just isn't, in the 80s everyone thought Japan was just going to take over the world, and that didn't turn out to be the case. So I was thinking about more, especially because I live in Tacoma, and I was going to focus it more on Tacoma, which would, in my version of like Shadowrun Tacoma, would be much more like Korean gang heavy, because we have a gigantic Korean population, and South Tacoma Way is like, there's a sign as you're driving north on South Tacoma Way that says, "Welcome to International District." And underneath it, it just says, in Korean, Hanguk Town, which literally means Koreatown. So they know what's up. But then as I've been replaying these games and going through the mods, I've both been understanding more about the universe and getting more into the fiction, and seeing that it would probably be better if I stuck more to established fiction, and I can still play around in that a bit, but just learning more about like the different dragons, and I spent a bunch of time on the like fan wiki for Shadowrun, reading about the different megacorps and what they produce and their areas of influence and whatnot. So there's no need to like throw out the baby with the bathwater, kind of. Like I can still introduce my own elements of fiction without kind of overturning everything that's come before it. So yeah, that's... Let me pull something up really quick. God, which password was I using for this account? Okay, good. Okay, so here's one. Okay, that's odd. It's making me log into Twitch. What do you mean it's unavailable? Oh. Oh god, what is my password for Twitch? I am a mess. Okay, so... Oh no. Wait a second. Sorry, I'm juggling like 5 things. I logged into my YouTube page to pull up a link. I tried to send that to you in the Twitch chat over OBS, but it's making me log into Twitch to send that chat. So I have to look up. I have to like verify that through a code they sent me through my email, and currently I don't have that email set up because I switched hosting at some point and didn't figure out how to migrate my email, so Outlook is still just retaining the emails from the old hosting. So yeah, this is just insane from every direction. God damn it, what? Yeah, I've got Discord. That's a better idea. I'm just Gordig on Discord. Okay, so I can stop trying to log in. Yeah, and one of the things is, I learned a bit more about Salish, and I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but like Sitha, the Salish-Sitha Council. That's kind of like a Celtic pronunciation of it, but I'm not sure what the received pronunciation is in the Shadowrun community. Salish Sheed. Okay. Oh, if it's Sheed, then yeah, that is more of a Celtic pronunciation. Anyway, because around here we have the Puyallup tribe. That's our major Native American tribe. And at first I was thinking of Seattle more as Seattle proper, but then I found out that in Shadowrun, Seattle expands down to like Tacoma and includes, I think, Puyallup. So, oh, well, nice. So my original plan was to have Puyallup be one of the major locations for that tribe. But if that's part of the Seattle Metroplex, then obviously it couldn't also be Amerindian territory. I mean, it that depends on where you determine legitimacy, but so I can deal with moving that to Olympia, which is Salish territory. And I was originally going to have well, yeah, that's true. And I'm again taking a very like, yeah, well, and that's something I was about to get into, is that also I was going to have Spanaway be a like fascist sovereign citizen independent state, which like I'm fine moving that to like Ording or Buckley or Yelm or something like that. Like Yelm would probably be a better place for it because Yelm is down by Olympia, and that could be just like a white supremacist, human supremacist, anti-technology enclave where everyone just talks like a hillbillies and every single person is smoking at all times. So yeah, I had this kind of overview of what I wanted the universe to be, and very humanist, and I think these assholes would be the kind that think they're better than humanists. Like they've got their own state and they're doing things their own way, and I've been trying to think of a mission that would involve infiltrating that state, even though most of my team is okay. So I've got an elf Decker, a human but Amerindian shaman, an Amerindian orc. I might change him to a troll, heavy gunner, a human but Hispanic rigger, and then an Asian elf. No, he's an orc too. Adept. And then I've got a face, although I don't know if I want to keep him as a face or switch him to the fixer, or maybe he can be both. So yeah, that's kind of the state of it. And yeah, if you pop up on Discord, I can send you links to stuff. Yeah, that's true. And I'm not exactly sure where being a fixer lies, because like I know in this game there's Van Grass who, or wait, no, is Van Grass just the fence? There's Mr. Delilah who's a fixer, and you can I don't think he sends you on any missions in this game. You can just hire mercs from him. And same thing with whoever that douchebag is who works for the Nephilim Network. And then in Dragonfall, so like in this game, you kind of don't have a fixer because Mrs. Kubota isn't necessarily your fixer. She's just kind of holding down the Seamstresses Union. But in Dragonfall, I mean, like, runs. I know there's just the overarching plot, but there are assorted runs you go on. Although, I think this game is the least fresh in my mind of the three, and I don't remember any runs being not directly related to the main plot. So yeah, that's probably true. And then in Dragonfall, you've got Ansel. All I can think of is Ansel Adams, and that's not it. Or Mr. Amstel? Paul Amsel, something like that? Ansel, okay. Okay, so no new outfits, no new spells. I think I've already got all of the... oh yeah, you can't even... Oh yeah, you just can't look at your stash in these games unless you're actually at it. It's weird. It kind of looks like she's a Decker. That looks like a... yeah, I think that is a Fuchi deck on her back. But she's also a shaman. Whatever. People can do more than one thing. Okay, good. Coyote's already on the run. Oh god, I can't afford anyone, I don't think. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. Maybe I should sell something. Didn't realize I was... You know what? See if we can just save scum a little bit. And if this doesn't work, then yeah, I'll... Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I have to talk to Mr. Delilah, and I have to... because Coyote's already on the run. So... I would just have to conclude... Is there anyone else? Check out the Nephilim Network. Nope, they're mostly even more expensive. Duh. The team I've mainly been using on this run is Full Monty and... who's the Decker I used? De Morgana. Yeah, I just need 75 new yen to afford her, so let's... well, De Morgana, or how much is Full Monty? 1,800. Okay, yeah, I'll like sell one thing so that I can afford to take a Decker with me. So I feel like Decker is the thing you can most never afford to be without. Oh, I got Jazz, yeah. I'll sell that, no problem. Basic medkits you can sell for 112 in this game? God. Yeah, I probably should, because I'm not going to be using grenades, and the inventory management system in this game is not great. So, Coyote, and then De Morgana. I mean, one could hire more runners. There are certain things that I just kind of hoard most of the times I play through. It takes nearly an hour for the taxi to make its way from the squalor of the Redmond Barrens across the bridge to the Seattle waterfront and the Universal Brotherhood. The building is a pre-crash brick job with a fancy new facade that sports neon highlights and an enormous set of glass double doors. Through the windows, you can see activity within. Smiling, happy disciples shuffling along in beige pajamas and slippers. A greeter stands outside the front door, gently attempting to entice the misbegotten and the curious to enter and take their first baby steps towards brotherhood. Pike Place Market is usually empty by now, but you step out of the cab to the sounds of an excited crowd. I didn't even think to look how much I could sell those for if I were to sell them. I'm guessing you're Blade Rick. God, I use all of these things I use so infrequently that I have to like relearn how they work every time. Add a server, discover, ow. Inbox, okay, there it is. You're playing Hong Kong right now? So that, fortunately there's no one else in here to to feel like they're missing out. That is just a basic crowd simulation. I also put together this. So, the way my mind works, I spend so much time like learning the mechanics of how to do things, because like I basically started learning Houdini not because of Shadowrun specifically, but that's what my experimentation in Houdini ended up being. Before that, I was doing everything in Cinema 4D, and if you don't know anything about like 3D, none of this will probably mean anything to you, but like my first foray into Houdini was learning how crowd simulations work, because I at the time was working on animating a fight scene between Korra and Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I wanted to. Oh, yeah, I got the Shadowrun games through Unreal, through the Epic Store. So I know that I must have either those two mods were available on Nexus Mods and no longer are, or they were always through the Steam Workshop, and I just don't remember how to install things from Steam Workshop, because I did download oh yeah. There are things in the Steam Workshop that you have to subscribe to in order to download, but I don't see a way to actually download them. And again, I haven't used Steam with any frequency for a very, very long time. So it's probably stuff that's routine for people who use it regularly, and I'm just stumbling around like, okay, what fucking button do I click on to get this stuff? Okay. How much karma do I have now? 8. I think charisma. I could put it into spirit control now. That wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. And then what would I spend my 3 remaining charisma on, or karma on? Biotech is nice. Maybe I could get my strength up so I can use those corpse grenades. Yeah, sure. Put 3 into strength and 5 into spirit control. exploring the area. I feel like there used to be a stuffer shack right there. Or maybe that was further over on a different street or something. Okay, so let's talk to the dealer. Probably just has drugs and nothing more significant. It wouldn't be a rock concert without a drug dealer. Although no police are nearby, he plays the part as if his performance was part of the experience. Psst! Yo, you like nerps? Maybe something stronger? When does the show start? It's gonna be hours. They just started setting up and a crowd is already forming. This is her town, so it's no surprise. I didn't know there was a concert today. Who's playing? Maria Mercurial, the Silver Lady. She's the waviest. So smooth. I love her chromed cyber limbs. She's kind of fallen off the radar lately, though. Looks like she's making a comeback. I don't remember... Was Maria Mercurial also in... Yeah, like... in some ways, hand animation, like, 2D animation is easier than 3D. In some ways, it's harder. It takes dedication either way. No form of animating is easy. Okay, fuck it, let's check out his stock, even though I have 2 new yen. Kamikaze... Kamikaze's pretty good. Nitro... Yeah, Charisma and Intelligence -2. That is a non-starter. Let's talk to the slick security guard. May I help you? Do you work for the Rockstar? Yes, ma'am. I work for Maria Mercurial. Something I can do for you? I'd like to meet Maria Mercurial. Lots of people want to meet Maria Mercurial. I'm tempted to try to bribe him with my whole 2 new yen. I'm not sure if there's, like, a good outcome to any of these choices. Okay, yeah, sure. Ma'am, my job is to protect the Silver Lady. Do you think I'd be worth anything if I could be bribed this easily? Let's see. Know anything about the Universal Brotherhood? Just what I see on the Tri-D. I usually see it without the hyphen. Like, I've been pronouncing it Trid. Can I get into the concert? That's not up to me. The concert was only announced an hour ago, but the tickets are already sold out. Sorry, nothing I can do. Suit yourself, chummer. Alright, so... There's a fan. Was there... I don't remember if there was always a dragon skeleton on the Pike Place Market sign. The fan is apparently excited to be in the same city as the Rockstar. Hey, how you doing? You here for the Maria Mercurial concert? You bet. Can you get me in? I wish I could get in. They just announced this thing an hour ago, all spontaneous-like. Of course, by the time I got here, all the tickets were already gone. I'm going to try and find a better spot to hear. Okay, so you're no use. Yeah, I think that's... There's really nothing left for me to do but to head to the Brotherhood. Talk to Patrick. Welcome, sister. Are you ready to build a better tomorrow? I sure am. That's great news. Come in and find the power of belonging. Sounds good. Then go right in, sister. Someone from the counseling center would love to talk with you. I decided to just be pliant on that one. Do I need to talk to my team again first, or does that automatically happen when I go in? I don't remember. Enter. Oh, sister, I forgot to mention that everyone must enter the Universal Brotherhood alone. I don't want to be alone. In order to become part of a larger family, we must first know ourselves. You need to hear our message in solitude so that your mind can be clear from distraction and the shackles of this heartbreakingly oppressive world. I understand. Coyote whispers in your ear. We'll wait outside for you, Bloodfeather. I'll take the team and circle around the building, looking for another way in. I'll chirp you on your comlink if we find one. In contrast to the noise and energy of the crowd outside, the lobby of the Universal Brotherhood is sedate, tranquil, acquiescent. The low music piped through the room is something from a day spa, mixed with a planetarium sky show, allowing listeners to achieve maximum relaxation while reaching for the stars. Brothers and sisters from every race and every branch of meta-humanity mill about, with blissful smiles and shining eyes, greeting each other with head nods, palm touches, and murmured blessings. The woman at the front desk offers you a welcoming smile as you enter, her hand automatically moving to her stack of religious literature. Hi, welcome to the Universal Brotherhood. I'll be with you in just a second. She turns to the other woman at the desk. Sister Monica, you have got to be more careful with your ID. She reaches down to a box on the floor. Here's a blank key card. Take it and your ruined key card to Brother Christopher, and he will let you into the office to program a new one. Thank you, Sister Sally. Sister Sally smiles. Of course, truth makes us one. The young lady turns back to you and smiles. I'm sorry about that. How can I help you today? Is Jessica Watts here? I'm sorry, I don't know. I only see Grandmother Jessica at special ceremonies, and even then only at a distance. You might ask Mother Lynn Telestrian, if you can catch her in the auditorium. Is Lynn Telestrian here? I believe so. I think she arrived at the end of Father Willie's talk, so you might still find her in the auditorium. Why is Jessica Watts called Grandmother Jessica Jones? At the Universal Brotherhood, we learn that the world is all one family. When you choose the path of belonging, you become one of our brothers or sisters. We are led by our fathers and mothers, who are in turn led by Grandmother Jessica, the Seattle family's matriarch. Can I have a blank key card? She looks at you, perplexed. I don't know why you would need one. They are only used by okay, one of those was me fucking up, but the other one is a fuck up in the text. They are only used to replace the cards of brothers and sisters who have damaged theirs. Did you know that there's a Maria Mercurial concert going on right outside? Her eyes light up. I know, isn't it exciting? I am such a big fan of hers. The first time I heard Who Weeps for the Children, I melted inside. Don't tell anyone, but she's signing autographs outside right now. She chews her lip, torn, then makes a decision. I know the elders will frown on this, but I've just got to get her autograph. I mean, it's Maria Mercurial. And yoink. Next to the desk is a cardboard box filled with Universal Brotherhood ID cards. With blank Universal Brotherhood ID cards. If you could get one and damage it, maybe you could use it to get into the office and program a new card. Okay. And... okay. So I have to damage that key card first before I can take another one. Talk to Brother Mike. I'm sorry, but today's seminar is over. Father Willie is just answering a few questions before he leaves. Is Lynn Telestrian here? No, Mother Lynn left about 15 minutes ago. Does Mother and Father reflect them being in charge? Yes, mothers and fathers lead us with their knowledge and experience. Where is Grandmother Jessica? I'm not privileged to know where Grandmother Jessica is, but Father Willie might. I'm not interested enough to ask him who Father Willie is. I'll just go talk to him. Father Willie's greasy black hair and disturbing tattoos are quite the contrast to the flawless features and exquisite clothes of Lynn Telestrian. He doesn't look the part of a spokesman. You see the adulation in the eyes of those who linger around him just to bask in his presence a moment more. Apparently, he is a charismatic speaker. Welcome, my friend from the shadows. I rejoice to be with you. My past does not need to be my future. I'm just buying completely in. No, it doesn't. Perhaps you have already taken the first steps, my friend. How may I assist you? I'm looking for Jessica Watts. May I ask what business you have with Grandmother Jessica? She is very busy. I'm working to solve her brother's murder. Grandmother Jessica has entered the inner sanctum and cannot be disturbed. I must tell you that the news of her brother's murder will not change anything for her. When we join the Universal Brotherhood, we put our birth families behind us and devote ourselves to belonging to something larger. I know that this seems heartless and it may be hard to understand, but if you speak with one of our counselors, it will all start to make sense. Is that all? I'd like to speak to Lynn Telestrian. Many are attracted to the bright light that is Lynn Telestrian, but she cannot see everyone. What business do you have with her? She's going to help me come out of the shadows and into the light. Mother Lynn is a beacon that helps many come into the light of the Universal Brotherhood. Unfortunately, she left the building about 15 minutes ago. One of our counselors could help you to join our family. Should you seek their counsel, I guess? I'll editorialize a little bit. Will that be all, my child? Thank you for your time, Father. Thanks for fucking nothing. I mean, there are probably very few conversations in any of these games that are legitimately trivial. Okay, no tools I can take, but I will take the carrot. Oh yeah, dip my card into the paint solvent. The plastic ID card melts in the solvent enough to be recognizable as a UB card, but hide that it did not have anything printed on it. So let's take the kerosene. It's kind of odd that that's amongst the cleaning solvents. I mean, you can probably do some kind of cleaning with kerosene, but that is not its primary function. Sister Wilma, see what's up with her. Hello, sister. What can I help you with? I have some questions. That's why we are here. What are your questions? Do you like it here? Is that an option in any of these games? Okay, do you like it here? I love it. I love it being part of the Universal Brotherhood. Belonging helps everyone. We have a free soup kitchen that feeds hundreds of people every day, educational talks in our auditorium, and a counseling center to help prospective members with deep one-on-one therapy. Where is the counseling center? Just on the other side of the entrance lobby. My UB home access keycard got ruined. Where do I get a new one? Sister Brenda can help you with that. Last I saw her, she was in front of the office door inside the counseling center. Tell me about the inner sanctum. It is a place of great meditation to which only our senior members, our mothers and fathers, have access. I guess I'll ask if there's a computer terminal. No, we believe it is important to remove mundane distractions from our daily life so we can focus on the truth. Our only computers are in the office, and that's off limits to the prospective members. Thanks, I'm going to take a look around. Oh god, I am so glad I recruited a Morgana instead of just trying to do this run with only Coyote. That would have been disastrous. Wish I had a rigger too, because actually I can't remember how necessary a rigger or how... I mean, riggers are always helpful. On Hong Kong, my regular team is Isabel, Ractor, and Duncan. So I've got the guns, I've got drones, and I've got decking. And also a grenade launcher, which isn't always super helpful, but it's firepower. Welcome to the Universal Brotherhood's Counseling Center. What's your name? I'm a lost sheep who's coming looking for my flock. You've come to the right place. Tell me something about yourself so that I can pair you with the right counselor. I've lived in the shadows, so give me someone who understands the life of a runner. I know the perfect sister to speak with you. She has a similar background and talks shadowrunning. You two would get along fabulously, but she isn't in today, and the rest of my counselors are currently booked. And the rest of my counselor are currently booked. Could you come back tomorrow? Okay. Not Christopher. Where do I talk to? Okay. Oh, is Christopher the one I talked to? Okay, I need a replacement for my key card. I mean, except Koschei self-repairs. So, you know, once you're far enough, or after you've done the Ares mission, Koschei never dies, basically. So that's helpful, and like I'm still struggling to use shamans to their full potential, because I'd rather just like be shooting fireballs and shit. And but like haste is nice, and they do have a lot more like armor spells. I don't like buying fetishes because they're one-time use. So most of the time when I'm a shaman, I'm only summoning the spirits that are already in the level. Or like with Gobbet, she can get a Force 6 rat spirit fetish that's just and she always has at least one fetish in her loadout that renews, so I don't have to spend money on those. That's just how I am. Just like I very rarely buy grenades, and it's helpful that there are so many grenades that you just find throughout the games, so I don't really have to worry about buying them. And Duncan and Koschei all auto-renew on their grenades. Like, that's just a permanent part of their loadouts too. So yeah, it's funny that I still haven't gotten into the habit of making heavy use of grenades, because I know what a pain in the ass it is when grenades get used against you. Like my last run through Hong Kong was with a mage, and I gave her 2 pieces of cyberware that were 0 essence cost, so it didn't eat into my well, and also it's just when combat begins, you're always in a group, and if you don't have initiative, which you almost never do unless you like, if you're walking into a situation where you can't initiate combat yourself, then you're starting with all of your characters huddled up, and the enemy can sometimes throw like 2 or 3 grenades at you before you've ever had a chance to move or do anything. So you can take a lot of damage, you can lose all of your AP. That's why one of the... Oh, yeah. I didn't finish that sentence. One of the pieces of cyberware I gave my mage was a jolt alert. And I thought about going for the magnetic arm so you could throw back grenades, because when Duncan gets that at like level 6, that is just so helpful. Okay, Sister Sally at the front desk sent me to you. And why did she send you to me? My key card was ruined, and I needed a new one. Do you have your old your old key card? And in the melted UB key card. Wow, what happened to this? Long story, might take a while. I look forward to hearing it one day. Why are you out of uniform? I was mugged while recruiting in the Barrens. Or, I was working undercover, why not? Who are you working undercover for? Grandmother Jessica? Wow, never heard about that before. Sounds chill. I'll let you into the office. Use a terminal to log in and make yourself a new card. Your comlink chirps and Coyote appears on the screen. How's it going? Good, I found a way into the off-limits area of the Brotherhood. Jessica's somewhere in here. You find another way in this place? Yep, I went down an alley and found a side door near the back. I'll send the coordinates so you can find it. Okay, when I find it, I'll let you in. Take your time to look around and open the door when you're ready. We're chill here. Yeah, because there is... Down this corridor, there are a couple... Yeah, there are a couple turrets and I think a soldier or two, like a security guard. So I don't want to... The display reads, enter blank keycard to activate machine. Oh yeah. Is that what these are? Yes, blank keycards. Cool. Oh yeah, I also have to dig around in these desks to get information about... A little foggy on the best way to go about this run. Can Sister Wilma let me through this door? Hello, sister. What can I help you with? I have some questions. That's what... Okay, never mind. I've already asked her all the questions I can. So I know that I can get through this door by starting a fire. Can I talk to the janitor at all? Or will it be productive? As you approach the janitor, he looks up, seeming surprised that anyone noticed he was here. What do you want? You looking to make... Never mind. I can't pay him anything. Yeah. I'm in no position to bribe anybody. Snack foods. Okay. Oh yeah, I could have done that instead of the kerosene. But I will. Put the kerosene on the stove. You place the kerosene can on the stove and turn up the heat. Just walk away, because now this door is open. And that guy got through. Damn sinless people making more work for me. How dare you, sir? Let's see, live specimen. I'm very curious about that, but I don't think it gives me any options. Industrial-sized food processor. Oh yeah, I have like 0 strength. Who do I have in my party? I don't know if anyone in my party has strength 5. Needs lubricant. Okay, must have seen some lubricant somewhere. Is there like just a bucket of lard or something? Not that I can find. Oh, I just remembered, like, you were talking about riggers, and in the very, like, the prologue, the very first thing you do in Dragonfall, there is a vent. And I don't know if I've ever played that game as a rigger, so I don't know what's through that vent. And, like, by the time I'm back in Harfeld Manor, I've got Blitz with me, so I just send his drone through. If I even get to the same room, I don't 100% remember. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to move that fridge out of the way. I don't know, Coyote seems like she'd be fairly strong. Okay, open the door to let your team in. 3 karma. It's not enough to put in anything. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at my team stats really quick. That's another frustrating thing in these games is that charisma checks, strength checks, all of those, it has to be you. She's got strength 4. I guess I need the lubricant and I don't remember where it is or how to get it. I think I have to talk to that janitor. Let me do a quick save, because I don't remember if walking through here sets off the alarm. And I'm not super in the mood for for combat right now. Turns out, yes. Oof, that's no good. No inner sanctum security card. Yeah, you know what? Let me try something a little different this time. Take a different approach. It really is, and that's so annoying. And even when like, there are times where you just send a drone through a vent, and the drone kind of lives its own life, but you still have to cycle through the rest of the team members even though you're not in combat. Oh shit, I have to go this way because I can't get through that door anymore. Okay, I may not have a choice but to... Oh, okay. If I just stay out of the way of the turret, maybe... That's interesting. I did not realize that... Fuck. Okay, did I skip an important step or something? What do I have? I've got... Son of a bitch. I forgot to actually program my card. Yeah, that would be good too. But yeah, just like select a member of your party, have them engage in a conversation. Like one run I was a troll gunner, and I think I only got my charisma up to 2 so that I could get a single etiquette. So anytime an etiquette check was needed, I was just going to fail it. But yeah, but sometimes, you know, you try to be subtle. You try to get things done in a more efficient way. Not that bullets aren't efficient, but you know, I try to, depending on the situation, I try to get through as many things as possible without combat. And especially when you're in Prosperity Tower, there are 3 different floors that are packed with guards that you could navigate peacefully. And there's at least one major disadvantage to doing it all peacefully, and that's that you can't get the pay data you need to get dirt on Josephine Song. But you can't... Yeah, and there are also a couple spells in the VP of Thaumaturgical Research's office that you can't get. There are some kind of branching paths on level 49, and you can't succeed at all of them peacefully. So there's no way to fulfill everything that you can do on level 49 without at least some combat. But fortunately, you can disable the alarm without combat, so that you only have to deal with the guards that are already on that floor. But yeah, so when possible, I plus you tend to get karma for talking your way through things that you wouldn't get if you did it by force. So that's another incentive. But the bottom line is, I think I actually need to rewind a little bit, because I think this door would open if I had actually gone through with making myself a key card, which I didn't, so now I'm kind of hosed. And even if I destroyed those drones, I don't think I would be able to get through, so I might just have to restart the level. Yeah, I bet. Because that's also not necessarily my instinct, my preferred way to handle things, and that's something that even like getting behind cover and using defensive magic is kind of foreign to me because I tend to just sort of YOLO my way through things. Like in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, basically the only time I use whatever those quick time events are called, where you can like deflect or dodge an enemy attack and get extra moves. Basically the only time I use them is when I'm fighting Lynels. Any other time I'm just swinging, and like occasionally I'll bring up my shield, but it's just violence all the time because that's for whatever reason how I'm the most comfortable. So let's just start this whole damn level over. I wonder if I was misremembering how this worked, because I think you do have to gather some information on the people for whose cards you could assign to your blank card, but I don't remember how to do that, and I don't play a Decker maybe as often as I should, and that's, I mean, part of that is because in the first two games, you know, Hong Kong really revised the Matrix and added a lot of interesting changes to it. So there's more stealth and there's, you know, code breaking. So whereas in Returns and Dragonfall, the Matrix is just another combat arena basically, and that's not as interesting. But also because I tend to put all of my karma into being as like combat viable as possible. So if I had to bow out of combat to deck, my team is a lot less combat effective. Counseling center, blah blah blah. I'll ask about the computer terminal, I guess. I guess just talk to Brother Christopher. I don't need to stop in with... Is that Wilma? Oh, shit. Again, I'm skipping steps. So he took the card away from me. I need to take another one. And then I have to go to either the stove or the solvent. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, combat is part of decking, but in Returns and Dragonfall, that's all decking is just combat. You just, you know, maneuver around until you enter a combat scenario. And decking is more... It's more than just combat in Hong Kong, which is what I like about it. Also, I'm a wizard on the 10 key, so the IC hacking is pretty easy for me. So then take the kerosene can. Now, before I do anything else, open that door for no reason. You mean you like having a decker on the team when you run on your runs, I should say, because I'm very much the same way. Like my team in Hong Kong, unless I knew I would need Gobbet, or like I didn't even really take Gaichu out except for when I was on his private run. And the last time I went through the walled city, because I need a decker, I need drones for combat, mainly for combat, but also to go through vents, and Duncan is long range firepower, and I am learning to embrace close combat. It's still not my favorite, but I am all about rifles. I did a run where I focused on pistols, and halfway through the game, realized that pistols kind of suck. Like they, none of the pistols are really great, in my opinion. Whereas if you get like a sniper rifle and the Colt MA13 or whatever they call it, or the Senepal, like you can get a good general rifle and a sniper rifle, or the laser sniper rifle, which there's an opportunity to get that in Califrian Chains. Okay, I need a replacement for my key card. Long story, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to cover just... Oh, fuck. Damn it! Being too hasty. Get another blank key card. Yeah, and I tend not to play riggers or deckers, just because I know that, at least in Dragonfall and Hong Kong, because you've got Blitz in Dragonfall, and he's a decker and a rigger, and then you've got Isabel and Ractor in Hong Kong, so you've got those bases covered. And I feel like ultimately magic users are kind of the most expensive, or maybe even chi casting, but riggers are expensive too. Like once you get a good deck, ICs or ESPs and programs are pretty cheap. But the deck itself can get pretty pricey. Melt this card too, and this time, remember not to rush through the conversation so badly that I don't call her Grandmother Lynn. Or no, not Grandmother Lynn, she's Grandmother Jessica. Oh wait, I already fucked it up. So you know what? I'm just gonna have to restart the mission again, which is not great. So I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. I've had quite enough of failing this relatively straightforward and simple mission. I don't even want to save and quit. I just want to quit. All right, so yeah, that'll do for tonight. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time, probably around the same time. I'm thinking like Monday and/or Wednesday, 5 or 6 to 8 or 9 or so, if I'm going to do any sort of regular schedule. So that's what I'm thinking. Nothing's solidified yet. So again, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.